As you can see, behind me, Amy Riddell joins me. Her and Grace Collins put a 96-run partnership of 77 balls. First of all, good to see you again, Amy. How are you?
Yeah, good, thank you. Yeah,
That's
it was
good.
nice little partnership.
Last time since I've spoken to you, I think you got married. It's all been happening. You've come back. You've taken the timber. You and Grace Collins, as I said, 96-run partnership. Just missed out on the KFC T20 semi-finals, coming fifth. Since you've come to the club, boy, hasn't it grown? We've got an under-19s, we've got third-grade women's, but to get so close to the semi-finals, it's a great feat.
Yeah, I think the girls have always had the talent there and the potential, and I think a few of them, they've all matured now and they're learning their game. I wouldn't say it's got much to do with me. They do it off their own back and off the great coaches that Wynnum have had, firstly with Kira, really developing the women's program to where it is, and now Harsha taking over that. So yeah, it's been really enjoyable.
When you say really enjoyable, who's losers there? Lot, Harsha or Kira? Because but Kira, you probably couldn't understand what she's saying. You know what I mean? So
no, I think they're both very different. So it's been nice for the girls to have different perspectives. I mean, we'd accept Kira back anytime she would like to come back.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been really good for the girls to grow and develop and just have a new perspective on the way he sees things. And I think the girls have really taken to him, and it's showing in getting the wins on the board. Yeah,
and it was good that they were both, Harsha and Kira were there at the same time, so they sort of knew each other and worked each other style of coaching. Let's talk about the first grade. I know second grade just going great guns as well. That's been outstanding. We'll stick with first grade. You're sitting in the top four. I think sitting third in the one-day series that continues this weekend against Western Suburbs. But there's a lot of players of Eve Malay stepped up. We've had Belinda Warrilow come back. We've had yourself and Grace Collins. Grace Collins, since she's been in the club, not only showing with the ball, but with the bat as well, with the partnership yourself, as I was talking about there. Everybody's going in the right direction. And when somebody fails, as you said, it's not all about you. And you're what you've done, 250s in the last two knocks, but everybody seems to be contributing both with bat and ball.
Yeah, I think we're in a very lucky position with the depth of the club.
Good point.
From Kira has a lot to do with that, with building Wynnum up from the ground.
Yep.
They've got some fantastic people around the second grade girls and really doing a really good job in developing them. And it's been really good and nice to see Wynnum have a competitive first grade team for spots. So, the girls know that the onus is on them, and if, they have a few lean weeks, that they will go back to seconds and not to see that as a bad thing, and to get some confidence. And then the girls in twos, last year they might have sort of just spent the season in twos, but a few good performances, and there's every chance that they're getting an opportunity in one. So I think it's been really, really difficult, very difficult for Harsha and I, but it's a good position to be in.
Yeah, I mean, as I said, I'll talk about Eve, then obviously Chelsea Gannon. It just goes away to a World Cup, do you mind? See you later, Chelsea. Thanks for coming back. Yeah. You know what I mean? So if somebody steps up in the representative duties, obviously with Holly and company, you got plays in the second row. You hit the nail on the head there, where you're pushing for positions, which is what a club environment's all about. So fantastic. Bowling wise, everybody seems to be bowling well, and you're also batting the 50 or the 20 overs. Once upon a time, we failed to do that.
Yeah, I think it comes with the maturity of the girls, and I speak a lot to them about using what's up top. Everyone has a brain, and we just have to put it to use. And I think the girls are really learning. Holly Barr's a prime example of that. She spent a lot more time out in the middle this season, and she comes off and she goes, I shouldn't have played that, or I shouldn't have done this. And so she's really developing and thinking about her game. And I think when they're doing that, that allows us to bat out our overs and puts a much more competitive total on the board for our bowlers to bowl at.
Yeah, that's right. You've got Sophie always bowling well. Delise always bowls well. They're improving the game. I think Delise had to change her action. She had a bit of an injury, so she's come back quite nicely. And then Kaj as well. So, yeah, everything's going in the right direction. You just try to get into that semi-finals, but it's still alive in the one-day competition. So up against Western Suburbs this weekend. For yourself, you happy with your form? Obviously, 250s is nice.
Yeah, I had a few weeks off there, and then I came back and had a bit of a lean trot, and just got back to it, and decided that all right, I'm going to really crack back down to the basics and just try and play nice and straight early. And for last weekend, it seemed to pay off. And yeah, I just try and, even if I'm not scoring too many runs, I just really try and keep the girls' heads in the game, and yeah, keep them chugging along, because every single person in the team can bat, which is really nice. So yeah, happy, but yeah, plenty more to give, I think.
And you just said plenty more to give, but not just with the bat, because you are an experienced player. You've played a lot of cricket. I'm not saying you're old or anything like that.
Well, I feel it.
You know where I live. But you know what I mean? So it's not just about what you do with the bat, it's also how you carry yourself. So you've obviously had a little rough trot. You've knuckled down, you've come back, you've got a couple of 50s, you've batted nicely with Grace. Obviously, you encouraged her to stay at the crease there. You both got a 50 there, in that one. But it's not just about what you do well, it's what you do poorly and how you respond to it. And I think that's a credit to you and everybody at the nest.
Yeah, that's right. And that's what I'm really Harsha and I are trying to drill into the girls, is where no one's perfect. We're all going to have lean weeks. It's part of being human, and it's part of learning and learning your game. And if the girls can understand that and not get down all the time if they have had a few bad weeks, because it's just around the corner a good one. So yeah, we're just trying to really keep that positive and that family-like culture in the team, and I think it's really showing on the field with what the girls are doing.
Oh, look, I know what you mean. I mean, when I went out to bat, there was the last ball in the inning, so I batted number 11. It's only one ball left. I don't know why I bothered to go out there, but I kept going. I thought I might place 2 balls one day. Never happened. But
never happened.
You can never give up as well. So, hey, listen, the Dish Lickers this weekend, you're up against the Western Suburbs at Bill Aubrey. Happy having around here for the girls at the moment, and also I don't want to highlight the fact that you sort of be putting the Gold Coast side to the sword as well. But it'd be nice to take out the powerhouse in Western Suburbs. There's no reason why you can't. No,
absolutely. I think it'll be a bit of an adjustment, changing back to 50-over cricket. So yeah, just getting the girls back in that headspace, that they've got plenty of time to get their rhythm and plenty of time out in the middle. I have no doubt that there is that every opportunity to beat Western Suburbs. I think there's a few of our girls that suit a bit of the longer form.
Yep.
So it'll be nice to see Chelsea have a fair bit of time out in the middle, and even Delise. She's the heart and soul of the team, and she's just an absolute powerhouse, and she'll give you everything she's got. So it'll be really nice to see Del spend some time out in the middle there and enjoy herself. And yeah, I don't see why we can't come away with a win.
Yeah, I think Delise needs to add some water to her cordial. I think she drinks it straight, and that just creates sort of too much mayhem. And yeah, she's sort of like one of those things that just go off like the Energizer Bunny. But yeah, she's
absolutely.
And the wonderful thing, I said this to Danielle, I'm going off track a little bit, we'll wrap it up shortly, but I've said to Danielle the other day, Danielle McEwen, about how across the board we have these wonderful, and I'll say it because I'm old, wonderful kids and wonderful people that all get on well together. I don't hear a bad word about anybody except maybe the president of the club. But other than that, it's been everybody's going in the one direction, and it's not a selfish club anymore. It's more about people helping each other, as you said, Amy, and with Grace, oh God, I'm hopeless at this sort of thing, but you know that sort of thing. Yeah, I think it's wonderful for the club, and I think that's what the culture or the sisterhood and the brotherhood that we're talking about is certainly growing week to week.
Yeah, that's one of the things when I came to Wynnum. I didn't want to have too much input or anything like that. I was still finding my feet, but my biggest take home for all the girls is that we're not here for ourselves, and I think our first grade team really takes an ownership on being a family. We are here for the one shirt and the one reason, and we're not here for ourselves, and the girls have really taken that on board. And I think that we're all have developed friendships. So everyone gets along, keeps everyone happy. And it makes cricket really enjoyable regardless of what's happening on the field.
Yeah, and I had sort of noticed whereby on the field, Off the field, I reckon you're a menace to society. Or the 11, you just run amok. You probably cause all sorts of havoc. It would be like a bunch of chickens just going nuts there. But I notice once you cross that white line, you really start to get down to your business. And anybody who gets a week, there's a lot of celebration and all that sort of stuff. And I think it's wonderful that you're going out there as playing as 12, and congratulations. So listen, I'll let you go. I know you're busy with work and stuff like that. So congratulations on what you've done out there last weekend. 96, so close, but I'm sure 100 with the longer form you'll get there. And it's great to see Grace start to do well with the bat as well. Amy, all the best.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
See ya.